Hi everyone. We have Simon with us today. Hi Simon, good to see you again.
Hi, how you doing?
I'm all right, thank you. Simon's got a little bit of work in Liverpool and it was a perfect time to have a go of Simon's car. We've talked about it on the podcast a fair bit, but Simon, let everyone know exactly make and model of car that you have while I put my POV cam on.
Yeah, I'm good. You're putting that on to me. You look yourself look like an idiot.
Yep, thanks.
It is an Audi Q6 Quattro Edition 1.
Okay.
So that means it's dual motor, about 380 horsepower, something around there.
Okay, yeah.
Maybe 320. So it's more than my EV6 was, but
Yeah.
it's a heavier car.
Yeah.
100 kilowatt hour battery. I've come over from West Yorkshire in heavy traffic, and I'm down at 67%, so I've used 33% of the battery this morning, so depending on how much you rag it, I could probably still get home.
No, I do not rag cars. I'm far beyond that nowadays. We're having a little look today at Yes the car. I tell you what, it's beautifully trimmed as well with all the Alcantara. It's lovely.
You stroking my Alcantara?
Yes. I love the feel of Alcantara, to be honest. It's beautiful. But you do have to be careful of getting greasy hands on it. Mm-hmm. That's why in a couple of the cars that we've had, we've never gone for the Alcantara steering wheels.
They're terrible.
However, there's a couple of things that we're going to look at with this car. I said to Simon just in ours before that please don't get offended. He didn't. He's good as gold, Simon. I said, all I really want to look at is the stuff that's new that we haven't had a look at before. So there's a couple of things with this car. The head-up display, hopefully, fingers crossed, you can see it with this. I tell you what, it's going to be a bit disastrous if we can't see it. I'm just going to check on my other part of my camera. What I can do with this one is just turn it on.
I don't know.
Anyway,
I don't know.
We're going to go with it. All right, that's turning off, that's fine. Hopefully you can see the head-up display, but there's another little bit that I want to have a look at with this car, and it's the adaptive cruise control. It's something that I've said about for an age about cruise control systems. It's that they put you next to maybe a lorry or maybe another vehicle. All they do is just tag onto the vehicle in front. But apparently, Simon said that it does a little bit of work with the vehicles to the side of us.
Yeah.
So
it will try not to undertake.
Wicked. Let's get going. So we've set a destination to Maghull Town Hall. We've got a little bit that we can just have a general look at the car whilst we're driving there. We're then going to nip onto the motorway and have a little go at the adaptive cruise. So hopefully you can see with the adaptive cruise, these systems are brilliant and very good, that we've got arrows, sorry, not the adaptive cruise, the head-up display. We've got arrows on the screen that actually change where they're positioned depending on the turn that you take. Yes, you've still got it on your dashboard, but these arrows change in size and they change in position and angle depending on the turn that you're taking, and it's a brilliant system. How have you found it, Simon?
You forget that the dashboard's there is the simple answer, because you just all your information that you really need is in the hood.
Yeah.
And I've had them before, but this one they've widened the field of vision.
Yep.
Yes, they've created some animations in it that might make you giggle the first time you see them, but they are quite useful. It's only as good as the data at the end of the day, and it can still give you misinformation.
Yep.
It's obviously going to have the current and next speed limits coming up where it knows them.
Yes.
So you probably see it saying there's a
20 with a little 30 above,
30 coming up to it.
Okay, do you know how that works, Simon? Is it just on camera recognition, or is it like most of the systems, it's a mixture?
It's a mixture.
Okay.
So it'll know based on the map that there is a 30 coming up, and you'll probably see it fold out in front of you.
Does it? Yes. Oh no, it's stayed to 20. This is a common thing. Everyone, or all cars that I drive, think that this road is at 20. It's not. But if people can hopefully see new car systems beeping at you because it thinks you're going too fast, just ignore that beeping. I promise you, peeps, I'm going to be staying to the speed limit. You can see it anyway in the head-up display and here because I've got my POV cam on. Now, what I'd like to just demonstrate is, hopefully, this is going to be an utter waste of time if people can't see it, but the arrow that is on my head-up display at the minute, it's showing slightly angled, and hopefully you can see exactly what's gone on there. It just sort of like went away, and it's saying that I'm doing a right turn, and as I get closer towards the junction, it increases in size, and then more arrows come on board, and it shows you exactly where you're turning. Absolutely immense. Pretty good. It encourages you to use the Audi system as opposed to Google Maps or Waze. It doesn't work. Does it work on them, Simon?
It does work with Google Maps.
Oh, okay.
So if you've got Android Auto and that's connected up, it will still put the turn-by-turn directions on the heads-up display, which is the first for me. Never seen that before.
I have seen maybe a couple of changes. I don't know whether it's an Apple CarPlay or Android Auto adaptations or changes, but I've seen that in my car recently as well, that even when I've got a Google Maps on, it didn't used to come up on my screen on my Ford Focus, but it does now.
Right.
Maybe that's a little change that they've implemented, but it does help. I suppose Google especially, they would have seen that these cars with these new systems pushes people away from using Google Maps unless they implement it within the cars, doesn't it?
That makes sense. And back to the point about encourages you to use the Audi system. I still do use the Audi system. Mainly for charging infrastructure as well, because that's the bit that's integrated.
Cool.
So it will tell us. I've currently got the maps set up so that it will show you any Audi-enabled chargers that are around.
What's your horn like? Not bad, to be fair. It's not.
It's not bad. I tell you what. When Matt Watson had one of the pre-production versions, he complained like Billy O about the horn because it sounded like a Ford Fiesta from the 1980s. It must have been a pre-production thing.
Get you.
He took the video down when they came out with them.
Right, okay. Okay. The extra information that's just come up on the screen here as well is it shows me in 1100 yards A59 to Ormskirk on the right hand side lane. Like Simon's just alluded to, it takes you off this dashboard. I think that's brilliant, to be fair. It's very clear. It's all the information you need to get to your destination. Fabulous.
We'll see what it does with the roundabout. Because the one thing it gets wrong is if it's, say, a 2-lane approach onto a roundabout and you're turning right, it will tell you to be in the left-hand lane. Okay. I think that's fixable and there's a new version of the software due out.
Yes.
That may well be fixed, but that's the one thing it gets wrong. The other thing, when we're talking about the speed limits, is that it doesn't know what the national speed limit sign is.
Doesn't it?
No.
Good effort.
Yeah. You know, one of the most important ones. And it took me weeks to figure out, why is it constantly telling me? And it's most, you encounter it most of the time when you're coming out of temporary restrictions.
Okay,
So, it'll find, it'll see the 50 if you're in a set of roadworks, and then you get the big national speed limit signs at the end, and it still thinks it's a 50.
Good effort.
So I'm hoping that gets fixed in the next version of the software.
Saying that, I saw a video on TikTok of a driving instructor. TikTok driving instructors again, geez. Driving instructor saying to everyone on camera, national speed limit was 30 miles an hour.
Oh, okay.
Absolute embarrassment anyway.
Now, we often find ourselves wondering, what is the speed limit on this road? Look around and see, are there street lights? And if so, am I seeing any reminders? Street lights and no reminders, that makes it the national speed limit. So if you're in town, you will know then it's 30 miles an hour.
Yeah, stay there, Skoda. Thank you. So yeah, I know where I'm going here. However, the information and the head-up display has been working absolutely brilliant. Okay, let's give us a little squirt. Yeah, plenty.
Plenty.
I think, to be honest, if you get a vehicle of this size, 300 horsepower is plenty. Anything more than that, not really usable.
No.
And it's the same sort of mindset that I have. We got auto hold as well. Yes, we have.
It should have hold and
yes, it
heads-up
does.
display.
Yeah, it just came up just as I. That's my phone. There's someone at the front door. Please just ignore my phone. But yeah, I say in combustion engine vehicles, that anything above 200 brake is all right. It might be fun, but it's generally a waste. I don't think you can use it on the roads without getting yourself into serious trouble or fines or points very quickly.
I've got a different benchmark because I was comparing them to the Westfield that we had, and that was 300 horsepower per ton. That's quite a lot.
Yes. But if it's a fun car,
for a fun car, that was fun.
I totally agree. No problems. So the head-up display was pretty good there. It got one wrong there, though. It said it could be in that lane to go there.
Yeah.
So just a little note for everyone that effectively, yes, this new tech is very good, but it's not perfect yet, is it? Absolutely. Okay, I think that's us demonstrated the head-up display and the sat-nav quite nicely. I'm going to get to where we're going to go, turn around, and then we're going to go and have a little look at the adaptive cruise on the motorway. So we've got past, we didn't go to McGull Town Hall in the end, I just nipped
I'm
off.
really disappointed. I was looking
McGull Town Hall is amazing, to be fair. Our kids used to go swimming in McGull Town Hall. They used to do the life-saving course. Spent many an hour in there. Well, Liz spent more hours than me. But we've just pulled it off into the Aldi car park here. There's one thing that I'd just like to have a little touch on as well. I know some people may think an extra screen this side of the car is a little bit gimmicky. It is a touch, but
It is a touch.
It's just boys and the toys. However, there's a massive part to this that I think is a good safety aspect, and it's what Simon's going to do now. It's inputting a destination from that seat, and quite often, I'll say to Liz, we'll be off and moving, just go here or go there. And the person from this side can do it really easily and comfortably. So go on it, Simon.
Yeah, and again, you thought this was a bit of a gimmick, or I thought this was a bit of a gimmick. But I'll tell you what, when we were in France and trying to navigate around all the different things that we had to come across, whether it was roadworks or whether it was extra traffic or whether it was finding chargers and all that sort of stuff.
Yes.
The fact that Carla can sit here and do all of this
while you concentrate on the task of driving.
Yeah. And then the additional thing is, and you see it's defaulted to her view anyway.
Yes.
This is set to auto zoom for navigation.
Yes.
She's got it set to show the entire route. So she's already looking, or I'm already looking at, are there any delays on the route?
Yes. Absolutely perfect. And I think that's a brilliant little piece of kit.
And not having to be overhearing you.
Correct. And it's stopping the driver doing it and trying to input something as they're on the move. I know you're not necessarily going to have a passenger with you all the time, but there are safety aspects to it that I just wanted to highlight. I know it probably came with the edition one, was it correct, or was that an extra?
It is an optional extra, but it was a free of charge optional extra within a certain order window.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
But they're not cheap, are they?
No.
Yeah, over £1,000.
Yeah, it's over £1,000 option. Would I pay for it if I was reordering the car? Yes, I would.
Interesting.
Because of that, because it has been so useful.
Yep.
Yeah, I would pay for it.
I know there's a little issue that I read on the forums as well about this. that I know you can watch YouTube through it as well, can't you? Through your phone. There's a little YouTube app that you can get on, and you as a passenger could be watching something, but it still plays through the car audio system, doesn't it?
Yeah.
There is no way to connect Bluetooth speakers to the system, so the passenger can, on their own, independently, watch a YouTube video while I could still be maybe listening to a Simon and Ashley podcast on the way.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, funny you should mention that. But yeah, and I think, and it is a bit of a failing, and it can do lots of sectionalizing of the audio already in the system.
Yeah.
So a lot of the navigation instructions and warnings and stuff like that are coming through the headrest speakers.
Oh, there's the headrest speakers as well.
Yeah.
Nice.
So, and it will only do that for driver. So a lot of the times I will get a warning of traffic ahead.
Yeah.
Nobody else in the car has really heard it.
Yeah.
Because it's not had to dip the
Audio, because it's just come. That's
coming
good tech as well.
Yeah. So so back to that point, there shouldn't be a reason why, if you're watching a YouTube on here, that it only played in this headrest.
Correct.
They could do it, they just haven't done.
Yeah.
But
It's a beautifully laid out car as well. I love all the angles to the dashboard. The quality does feel top notch. Audis generally are as well. I don't think that's going to ever be in doubt. The ride is something that I've been particularly impressed with. I feel as though it copes and handles with the weight exceptionally, to be fair. Is that my phone going again? I think it is, just ignore it. Yeah, that's a schoolboy error, having my phone on. Apologies. But yeah, it copes with the weight really well. It's got a lovely soft feel, but you said you feel it's on the harsh side and on the harder side. I don't get it really.
I mean, it's not Audi Sport hard.
Yeah.
But it is quite firm. And we've said this on the podcast, that if we go on the motorway, I'll put it in comfort mode, which just takes a little bit of the edge off.
Yeah.
But it also nulls the steering a little bit.
Yeah. Is it in comfort mode at the moment?
No, it's in balance.
I'll just leave it as it is,
Yeah.
to be fair. It's not a problem. So we're going to have a little go at the adaptive cruise. You're going to probably have to talk me through where all the buttons are. They're obviously on here. Is that the adaptive
No,
cruise?
your cruise is all on a separate stalk underneath the indicator.
Oh yeah, got it. Audi system, forgot. So I am just going to sit here for a little bit. I press set at the end, is that correct?
Set at the end, and that will do your speed, and then you can adjust it up and down.
Up in 5 notches. I'm going to set it to 70. So I can see on the head-up display that I wish I'd kept me POV camera on, to be fair, but I'm not going to stick it on while I'm on the motorway. But it's pretty good. It's obviously kept us the correct distance. I'm just going to sit behind this as well and just see what it does. When I was coming up to the back of that blue car, a green bar on the head-up display just came underneath it. What was that for, Simon?
That's telling you which car it's concentrating on.
Okay.
And it's the same information on the dashboard as well.
Okay.
So it's now gone.
Oh, Trolley.
Yeah. So it's that telling you which one it's concentrating on.
Okay.
And that's the bit where, if you're in an undertake situation, you'll see it shift its focus from what's in front of you to what's in your outside.
I'm just going to get myself out as well. Oh, okay. So that's probably quite standard on how it dealt with both of those vehicles that I was following, and it's quite standard how it's going to deal with this Volvo coming in as well.
Yeah.
Have we got it set on max distance as well? Do you generally have it on max distance, or?
No, it's on. I think it's on 3.
Okay.
I think 4 is the max, and what I tend to do is adjust that in conditions.
How do you cancel? Is it down or
Push away.
push away? That's it.
Just to flick away and then
Yeah.
do it.
Now that's the type of situation that I'd just like people just to be conscious of. And is pull back resume? Yes, it is. that's the type of situation that I'd like people to be just conscious of, is when you had that situation, we had vehicles on the hard shoulder, we were passing people, just try not to be 3 abreast. So all it did there, it took me a little longer than I probably would have liked to take the cruise off, because it's a little new to me in this particular car, but try not to be 3 abreast, just backing off. I'm going to see what it, no, I'm going out. Would it have dealt with a lorry pulling into your lane there quite comfortably?
Yeah.
Probably should have left it and just see what it did.
And as you see the advancement of the tech, if I go back 4 years to the Jag would have jumped on the brakes to get the gap as soon as possible.
Now,
this is a bit more chilled. It'll go,
well,
okay.
Well, that's what I'm just going to leave it.
And then it'll build the gap.
And now it should flow. You know what? That's a nicely calibrated system.
Yes.
And that's really why I got out from behind the other lorry in the way that it did, because I was worried about it jumping on the brakes with the cruise control maybe that we've been used to over the years.
The other thing that's nicely calibrated that I really like, so if you stay to come up behind this van now,
yeah,
when you want to pull out, let's say we speed match at 65,
yeah,
and you put a signal on, it will start to close the gap down and look for the gap in the outside.
Okay, so will it look for a gap? Will it?
It won't look for a gap.
Will it build the speed if there's someone coming up? That's the question that goes on my mind. It might do.
Yeah, it still will.
Okay, so
yeah.
Sorry, I just had this one. I didn't just want to box this one into my left-hand side, to be fair. So there's still little tweaks that they can do with the system to then, I'm sure they've got the technology to realise that this vehicle's approaching and say, well, Ashley's put a right signal on, I'm not going to build that speed. And then the second situation, there's no one there, Ashley's put a signal on, I am going to build the speed. And these are the advancements in tech that I'm sure we'll see over the next 4 or 5 years as well.
Yeah. Yeah.
Lovely, comfortable motor though, Simon. Well impressed. I'm just going to try and find a situation where I can go in behind someone and then just see whether it just sticks me next to someone. How have you found lane keep assist and bits and bobs? Are they getting a little bit less intrusive, would you say? No, still the same, aren't they?
Yeah. It still gets confused by the difference between, in this situation where the road's slightly drying, occasionally it'll spot the wet bit of the road and think that's a white line.
Oh, okay.
I had one, where were we? M20, where you've got temporary use of the hard shoulder. For some reason on the M20, they're still using a solid line at entry points. So you come down the slip road.
Yes.
So if you're going down lane 1 stroke hard shoulder,
yes,
and it sees this solid line diagonally across the lane, it's trying to
flick you one way or the other. Yeah.
So you've still got that to deal with.
Yeah. Now it's just come up on the dashboard.
Exactly.
That it's going to slow me because of this one.
Yeah.
Cracking system, and that's exactly what I wanted to have a little look at. Love that. Now it's focused back at the skip lorry. Got blind spot warnings as well. Yeah, now it's focused at this lorry, so that's a nice little part to the system. So it shows you what it's sort of reading.
Yeah. Did you feel it as soon as you started that manoeuvre?
It was smooth.
It's building the speed up.
Well impressed with that. Well impressed. Is there any little bits that you are not too sure about this car, Simon? Because honestly, my first impressions is, oh, I'd like one of these.
Yeah, I mean, like I said, there's just the occasional bits of software that can be updated.
Yeah.
What's interesting now we're up at motorway speed, can you hear/feel a vibration coming through steering wheel feet?
Let's just sort of like put things into perspective. I've spent a load of time recently driving my Volvo because I love it. I absolutely love my 1800 quid car, and I'm going to shameless plug for this one. There is still time for people to get a £5 into the raffle to go off and win that car. Please help me support James Bulger Memorial Trust. That's what the car's been given to and raffled for, and it's the charity that myself and Liz are supporting over the next 5-6 months leading up to us running the London Marathon. Sorry about that, Simon. I just wanted to get that one in. But
You do right.
But because I've been driving the Volvo so much, I'm just going to chuck us back in. I know it's a little bit sketchy with these, but I think most of these should be turning off towards the 62. I'm just going to see how it copes with this. But no, because I've been driving a Volvo, which is a little bit rattly, it's a diesel engine. No, this feels like a Rolls Royce. No, I don't know, maybe that dealt with that really nicely as well. Dealt with it brilliantly. It balanced the space between the two really nicely. But no, I think the ride's superb. Maybe a little bit of your maybe OCD, would you say?
Not so much OCD, but yeah, I guess what it is I know there is a noise there, and once I've heard it, I can't unhear it.
Okay.
And I know from sitting in this seat, you don't get it. Sitting in that seat,
you do
get it.
Let's see how it deals with all of this. I think I'm the same as well. Now I've never been diagnosed. I'm just leaving this and just seeing what it did. It's a little late, but it still dealt with it smoothly.
It would state of its tyre though.
Yeah, you're right. I think I'm just going to stay put here, to be fair, saying that. I don't know whether I want to be behind him if that tyre goes. I think I'm going to get past and gone, Simon.
Yep, I agree completely.
Okie dokie. I'm just giving a little squirt. Yes, I'm doing 77 miles an hour just for a little moment there, but I'm not saying you should break speed limits. However, to clear danger and clear a problem, I don't mind you borrowing a few. What's your take on that as well, Simon? Would you have maybe done something similar, just got past the problem?
Yeah. Safety of everything, and you do not want to be sat behind that if that tyre goes.
No. Okay.
And that's not me being, I don't want my car damaged by a flying tyre. It's just
safety.
You don't know what's going to happen at that point.
Absolutely. Absolutely.
Get out of
a little bit just on the cruise again. Are you disappointed or not bothered in the slightest that there's no steering input to the cruise?
Well, yes.
Did you have that in your Kia? Was that a part of the Kia system?
Yes, the Kia did it. The Jag did it.
Yeah.
And I thought I was getting it on this.
Oh, okay.
When I test drove the launch edition,
it had it.
And the SQ6 gets it.
Okay.
But the Q6
doesn't.
Now, I am disappointed.
Yeah.
And we did talk about this from the French trip. If you watch the French trip back in super high speed, you see that the amount of movement within the lane is just me having a bit of a, not a fight with it, but I'm having to do the steering corrections.
Yes.
Whereas if it had the lane centering, it would just take a bit of a burden off.
Now I've done nothing there, and I just wanted to give that a little test. I'm going to go back to a car that I've recently driven and tested for a week. I think I told Simon, don't know. Is cruise okay to be on here?
I mean, it works. I wouldn't have it on.
Neither would I.
for that reason.
Okay, Sam.
He's going to go, okay, Ash, you want to do
It's
70?
me.
Okay.
Yay! Off we go!
I'm just kidding.
away from being in their pocket as well. Yeah, and I just wanted to do that just to show people, look, cruise control isn't for situations like that.
No, but it is good for stop-start traffic.
Yes, it is. Yeah, and it coped really well. It coped a lot better than the vehicle that I've just had the lend of. Everyone's probably seen the videos on this already, because this video that we're doing now is probably going to go out after. But I had a lend of a Volvo V. Have I turned that off, or has it just gone back on again? How do you resume? That way. Yeah, change my speed back down to 60. Yeah, I had a lend of a Volvo V50.
All right.
Sorry, V60. For a week, Volvo sent me one to have a little go at, and the pilot assist system on that, it wouldn't have acted as well as this in that situation where the vehicles went off left towards Widnes and it cleared out in front of us. This coped with that slowdown really nicely. I found a couple of times with the pilot assist system on the Volvo that it went free, go, in a much more aggressive way than this just coped with.
So this has got, we were talking about this briefly, so this has got like 2 levels of additional support in the cruise control and in the regen braking. So it's map aware.
Yeah.
So if you've not got a destination set, it will know speed limit changes.
Okay.
And it will drop to the speed limit.
So should I have turned that down and knocked it down 2 notches to get it down to the 50 limit prior to the sign? Would it have done it itself if I'd have just left it there?
No, because I've not got it turned on at the minute.
Okay,
but it can do.
It can do as well.
But if you've not got cruise control set and you were just coming along that road,
yes,
and you lifted off because you saw the 50, it knows there's a 50,
and it will regen.
It will do 50 for 50.
That's pretty good going.
Yeah, and the other thing is done if you've got a destination set like we have now.
Yeah.
For junctions, it will set the regen. So going down
just going to see how it deals with this.
So we're going down a main road here.
Yeah.
With a left turn indicated. When you get to the left turn,
sorry, I still don't like how they slow down. My face there, I'll let you go back to what you were saying in a second, but my face there as I was pulling, we were catching under braking. And for me, I don't like that. Go on.
It's just a bit.
It just could do with it a second or so sooner for my liking. Yeah. But go on, what were you saying about the left turns?
So we're signposted a left turn up here.
Yeah.
So it will adjust the regen for the left turn.
Yeah.
Now, if you choose to, if you choose to ignore the left turn,
yeah,
you've got to be aware of that because it will start
it will still jump on the brakes
to slow you down. But the same is true for your cruise control.
Yeah.
If you've got it set and you're coming up to a junction where it's telling you to come off,
this is the situation that I think they're all lacking.
Yeah.
That for me is, sorry, I'm intervening. I'm just staying behind this one.
Yeah. Because you're not on highway.
Yeah. Yeah. So the systems overall, they are improving. I tell you what, we've come a long way since, even over the last probably 5 years or so, haven't we?
Yes.
I wonder where we're going to be in another 5 years with the systems like this.
Well, we used to put our eyes on Tesla and their so-called full self-driving.
Rubbish. Sorry.
Yeah.
Did I just say that?
Well, the capabilities that they're aiming for are where we should be.
Yeah.
The fact that I think they've put all their eggs into cameras rather than radar and LiDAR, that's been a failing of them and they've struggled to get it working. Yeah. But what they're aiming for from their full self-driving is where we get to. 5 years' time, I think what we need is legislation to catch up.
Okay.
Because I think where we're at with this car is about the limit of legislation.
Oh, okay. That's interesting. It's interesting.
Certainly from a UK/Europe point of view.
Yeah. Yeah. Beautiful motor, Simon. I am well impressed, to be fair. I've got to be careful of this driving cars to test them because Guess what I've done since having a go with a Volvo for a week? I've bought one. It's going to be 5 or 6 months, but it just suited
I
our
would have
doggy.
put money on it, particularly after you got the 1,800 quid car.
Yeah.
And sat in a Volvo seat for a bit.
Yeah. It's interesting driving this so soon after as well. I wouldn't say it highlights deficiencies, but it just shows subtle differences where Audi have done things a little better with the cruise control system. So that's a lovely way to sum up what we've done today with this.
Yeah.
Absolutely fab. Simon, thanks for bringing your car over. I think we're all done. Is there anything else that you want to add about the systems or anything that we haven't covered?
No, I think we've had a good gab about the capabilities of the Audi Q6.
Yeah, but just remember, everyone, there have been a few situations that I've pushed myself into purposefully to demonstrate you can't have it on all the time. We are an absolute age away, in my opinion, from full self-driving where we just sit there with our hands and feet off the wheel. I think we are 15 to 20 years away, personally. What's your estimate, Simon?
There's a lot that needs to change, and the way that our roads are built and signposted and maintained, all that has to change. It's not.
Absolutely.
The vehicles will be more than capable of doing it
if the roads and the markings and everything was at a better level. Totally agree. But anyway, keep safe, everyone. Thanks for tuning in. We will see you soon, and don't forget, please tune in to the podcast, which we're going to record shortly.
Thank you. Good plug.